Namaste everyone. My name is Vikram Dubey, and today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic which has always fascinated me, but I never got the right answer until now, and that is about our yugas, the yug or the ages. And in Hinduism, we believe there are four yugas: Satyayug, Tretayug, Dwaparayug, and Kaliyug. And I always used to think that we have always been told they are very big. The yugas are very, very, very long. So, for example, Kaliyug is 432,000 years. Dwapar Yug is double, 864,000 years. Treta Yug is triple Kaliyug. So that is 1.296 million years. And Satyayug is 4 times Kaliyug or 1.728 million years. And I used to find it very, very confusing because we have been told that Bhagwan Ram was appeared in Treta Yuga, and when he left his human body, that was the end of Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga started. And Bhagwan Krishna appeared in Dwapar Yuga, and when he left his human body, Dwapar Yuga ended and Kali Yuga started. Now Dwapar Yuga is so between Bhagwan Ram and Bhagwan Krishna there is Dwapar Yuga, the length of Dwapar Yuga that separates them. And Dwapar Yuga, according to what we are told, is 864,000 years. That is 8,64,000 years in the way Indians count. So that is almost 9 lakh years or 900,000 years between Bhagwan Ram and Bhagwan Krishna. And that's just mind-boggling. It never used to make sense to me. And the other point is the modern science says, which we cannot negate. We can't just dismiss modern science. Now modern science says Homo sapiens or us appeared around 300,000 years ago or 3 lakh years ago in Africa. And we started migrating out of Africa around only 70,000 years ago. That's when the migration out of Africa started, 70,000 years ago. So, how come Bhagwan Ram appeared almost 9 lakh years ago, 900,000 years ago? It just doesn't make sense. So, I found this book written by Swami Sri Yukteswar Giriji, who was the guru of Paramhans Yoganandji. And you probably know this name because he wrote the autobiography of a yogi. He wrote, I think around 1920s or 40s, around there. So it's almost 80 years old. And it's still an international bestseller. And lot of big celebrities, like I'm pretty sure I'm not remembering the name of Apple founder, Steve Jobs, I think. Yeah, Steve Jobs and many other celebrities, probably Will Smith also. I'm not sure, but I'm not 100% sure, but probably Will Smith also. And a lot of other celebrities have promoted this book, The Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramhans Yoganand. And his guru was Swami Sri Yukteswar Giriji. So he wrote this book called Holy Science in Sanskrit, and I've read the English translation. And I'm so happy to share with you all, if you haven't read that book, that yugas are not in lakhs of years or hundreds of thousands of years. They are actually total 24,000 years. Now, the concept behind yugas is just like moon revolves around earth revolves around sun. Similarly, sun revolves around a grand center, which in Hinduism we say Vishnu Nabhi, or navel of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Nabhi. So that is the grand center around which sun revolves. And it's not circular, it's elliptical. So so if this is Vishnu Nabhi, grand center, then when the sun is farthest from Vishnu Nabhi, that is the darkest period for humans, and that is the Kali Yuga or Kali Yuga. And as it comes closer to the Vishnu Nabhi or grand center, then we have Dwapar, which is better than Kaliyug, then Treta, which is even better, and then when sun is nearest to the Vishnu Nabhi, that is the best period for humans. That is the Satyug. And then again, when sun is away from revolving away from Vishnu Nabhi, then again Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug. So this is how this is the concept behind yugas. So farthest from the Vishnu Nabhi or grand center, our everything declines. It's the darkest period for humans, and we can only understand gross material creation, like just physical needs, eating, sleeping, having sex, fighting, killing each other, grabbing somebody else's land and property, just very physical things that we can do. That is the darkest period or Kali Yuga. And then Dwapar is better, Treta is better, Satyug is the best, and then again Treta, Dwapar, and Kaliyug. So this whole revolution takes 24,000 years. So from Kaliyug to Satyug, that is 12,000 years. And then from Satyug back to Kaliyug, that's another 12,000 years. So total it's 24,000 years. And the most interesting part is, thankfully, Kaliyug is not 432,000 years. So, like the wrong way of the mistake that some people made, said when Lord Krishna or Bhagwan Krishna left his human body, Kaliyug started. And 5,000 years have passed, so 427,000 more years are remaining in Kaliyug. So that is so, that's so depressing that more than 4 lakh years, so 400,000 years are remaining in Kaliyug. So that is not correct. That is not correct. And Bhagwan Ram didn't appear 9 lakh years ago or 900,000 years. 900,000 years ago. That's not correct. So, Swami Sri Yukteswar ji says that Dwapar Yug started around 1700 Common Era. So about 325 years ago. 1700 Common Era, CE. That's when Dwapar Yug started. So we are, and Dwapar Yug, I'll tell you the exact duration for it's very interesting. So we are in Dwapar Yug. So we used to believe we are in Kali Yug, and it's going to last for another 4 lakh years, so 400,000 years. We are not in Kali Yug. We are in Dwapar Yug. So it's much better than Kali Yug. Kali Yug has passed. We are in Dwapar Yug. And the next is Treta Yug. Now, so I told you the whole cycle, whole revolution takes 24,000 years. And half cycle from Kaliyug to Dwapar to Treta to Satyug, that takes 12,000 years. So Kaliyug is only 1,200 years or 1,200 years. Dwapar is double. It's 2,400 years. Treta is triple Kaliyug, so that's 3,600 years. And Satyug is 4 times Kaliyug, that's 4,800 years ago. Oh, sorry, not ago, 4,800 years. So if you add all of them, that's 12,000 years. So from Kaliyug to Dwapar to Treta to Satyug, that's 12,000. And then back 4,800, 3,600, 2,400, and 1,200. Back is also 12,000. So that is the actual, thank God, that is the actual cycle. That is the actual duration. And I believe it. I believe it. I believe it because according to this, the rough calculation I made, Bhagwan Krishna appeared around 5,000 years ago, which is not disputed. Everybody agrees that. And Bhagwan Ram appeared 7 to 8,000 years ago. That makes sense because India was highly developed around 8 to 10,000 years ago. India was highly developed. They had palaces and chariots and weapons and probably weapons of mass destruction also. So India was highly developed, like in mathematics, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, astronomy, astrology, medicine. I said Ayurveda, yeah. So India was highly developed 8 to 10,000 years ago. So Bhagwan Ram appeared 7 to 8,000 years ago. That makes sense. And I'm so happy. Because I am a Ram Bhakt, I am a devotee of Bhagwan Ram and I chant Ram Ram and that's what I propagate, Naam Jap. So I was always very confused that Bhagwan Ram appeared 9 lakh years ago or 900,000 years ago and modern science doesn't agree with that. So I was, I was not, I was looking for answers. Now the mistake. Swami Sri Yukteswar Giriji says, writes in his book, Holy Science, that the mistake appeared in about 500 BCE. So around Bhagwan Buddha's birth. Around Bhagwan Buddha's birth. But not related to Bhagwan Buddha. I'm just relating because it's interesting. So this mistake happened around 500 BCE or 2,500 years ago. And the mistake was that the pundits or the astronomers or astrologers or intellectuals, they, for some reason, they thought these 24,000 years, the cycle, are Dev years, Dev as in gods, God's years. I won't go into Brahma because Brahma's years are different. They are very, very large, but this is like a smaller god. So Dev, because in Hinduism there are different levels of gods. So one Dev, those intellectuals thought that it's 24,000 Dev years or God's years. And one Dev day is equal to one human year or 360 days. So 12 months times 30 days, 360 days. So one Dev day equals 360 human days. So they multiplied all those years with 360. So that is the problem. That is where the problem is coming from. So for example, Kaliyug, that's what we used to believe. Kaliyug is 432,000 years. If you divide that number by 360, you get 1,200. So 1,200 years. That is the actual duration of Kaliyug. Dwapar, it's double. So 864,000 years. If you divide that by 360, you get 2,400. That is the correct Dwapar duration, which I believe. So you can disagree, but I believe that. Treta, 3 times Kaliyug, 1.296 million years. Divide that by 360 and you get 3,600 years for Treta. And Satyug is 1.728 million years. You divide that by 360, you get 4,800 years. So these are the actual durations. And it makes sense because these yugas influence us. They are not celestial, that like Earth is billions of years old and solar system is like universe is trillions of years. We are not talking about cosmos. We are talking about humans. And humans can't be in millions of years. In the sense like the dark age is for 432,000 years, and the brightest age or the Satyug is 1.728 million years. This just doesn't make sense. It doesn't have an intuitive appeal. It doesn't make sense. But 24,000 years absolutely makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. And Bhagwan Ram appeared 7 to 8,000 years. That absolutely makes sense. That they had palaces and chariots and elephants and horses, and they used to ride horses, and they had all kinds of weapons and good costumes and jewelry, and all the subjects, they dwelled on all the subjects which I've mentioned before. So this makes sense. So I believe you found this really interesting, because I really found this very interesting, recording this video, very, very interesting. And I always propagate Naam Jap. So no matter which yuga is this, whether it's Dwapar or Kaliyug or Treta or Satyug, it doesn't matter. What matters is what we are doing in this moment, or let's say what we have done today. So it's almost 9 p.m. It's night time here in Melbourne, Australia. So have we done some Naam Jap today? Have we done some exercise, some walking or running? Have we worked well or studied well, or did our business with honesty and integrity? Did we read a book? Did we meditate? Did we do pranayam or breath exercise? Did we do yoga? Did we eat well? Did we connect with a family or friend? So that's what we have to introspect. That's what we have to think. Like, did we do that today? And if not, tomorrow we will do better. And Naam Jap is paramount, because by doing regular Naam Jap, then we'll get clarity of thoughts. We will understand better. We will do right things. So Naam Jap is not miracle. I mean, it is a miracle, but in the sense that if you say Ram, 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 all the problems will be solved. No. But by doing Ram, 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 Ram for a long time, over a long period of time, excuse me, our mind and consciousness will become purer, more pure. There will be more clarity of thoughts. Our memory will be better. We will be more calm and relaxed, more energetic. Our relations will get better, relationships. Our work will get better, or studies or whatever. That will get better. So eventually everything will start falling into its place. Everything will become better. So it is a miracle, but it takes time. All right, so it's fairly long, almost 19 minutes. So I'll end the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll record another video in a few days. Until then, Jai Shri Ram, Ram Ram. Good night.